It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Well, good morning. What's happening?
Good morning.
Yeah, welcome to your Friday KVJ show. Hello, everybody.
Friday.
How y'all doing?
Take them out. Let's dance.
Yeah.
Virginia's got her candy corn dress on.
I do.
Oh, 'tis the season.
And this is the button on the top that's supposed to cover the...
Oh,
wow. Your candy corns are falling out there.
Cleavage cam, yeah.
If I jump
My
around over
goodness.
here, y'all might get a little candy corn show.
It looks like you
Wow.
lost weight.
I have been losing weight. I'm trying to get it under control.
Okay.
I want to dress a little slutty on Halloween. So
Yeah.
no one likes a chunky slutty girl. Everybody prefers her to be a little, trimmer.
That's not true. Not everybody. Some people prefer a chunky, slutty girl.
You're right. Some people do, but I don't. I prefer, if I'm going to slut it up, to look as slim as possible.
So it's part of the strategy then.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all about Halloween. I think I want to be a naughty COVID nurse.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
already have a nurse costume.
Yeah.
I don't want to go out and spend money.
If you need an extra nurse costume, I've got Lana's costume down here ready to go. I just found it.
No one wants them crispy, stain-covered costumes.
Yeah.
Lana, that's the dirtiest girl ever.
Yeah, she is. Very filthy. So you'll be out as a COVID nurse, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Sounds like fun. Till you run into that person and be like going, yeah, my uncle died of COVID.
You're making fun of it.
And it wasn't very sexy.
You're like, okay.
I'm not really going to leave my yard, so...
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You're talking
They'll
about
come to you.
You're talking about it on the air,
They'll come to you.
You once were the ruler of Virginia law. Now you're a slutty COVID nurse. What the hell is going on here?
2020, bruh.
Yeah. Well, if you want to see Virginia's popping cleavage today, it is on KVJ TV. I want to say thanks to everybody who's already there. They wait for the show. I also want to give a shout out to that person that wakes up first thing in the morning and clicks dislike on our because I just love the wake and hate. It's like the first thing they do. And I'm just happy that if you dislike us that much, that we take up that much real estate in your head that you have to get up early just to go to our YouTube channel and click dislike early.
I noticed
That's
that.
impressive.
That's amazing.
We
It
did
is amazing. I mean, there's a real passion in that. Hey, I go, I have to set my alarm because I have to get up first thing to make sure I go dislike the KVJ show page.
I enjoy hating certain people. I've never hated anybody to wake up early like that.
But it's and it's good to know that, hey, I just want emotion. So it's good to know that we really take up that much space in their head that they have to do that first thing in the morning.
Just so you know, the dislike happened before we even cracked a microphone.
Oh, I know. I came in here. I'm like, wow, already, huh? Oh, they took their dislike off.
Oh, they took it away.
What?
No, please do. I'm all for it. If you want
Leave it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the dislike will come back.
Be true to who you are. If you hate something, tell something.
Well, I wanted to give Virginia a big shout out. I loved her little viral video yesterday, but boy, oh boy, she recreated the guy,
the dreams from Fleetwood Mac, where he's drinking like a cranberry juice.
I loved it, yeah.
I loved it, but boy, oh boy, did it get some people talking. People were fighting.
About what?
Because how dare her show drinking on a vehicle in front of Rocco, and there was a fight that broke out.
Was it the video I saw?
Yeah, it's a push scooter.
It's a parody, first of all.
It's not. First of all, it's not motorized, and Rocco knows his mother drinks.
You didn't see the fighting going on that?
No,
I don't read the comments.
I saw the video. I didn't check the comments on it. I was 145.
I was gonna get in there and defend you, but I gotta tell you, KVJ Nation had your back. Majority of the people are like, y'all would be real fun at parties.
I had so many because I put that up on Instagram. I made an Insta story of it first, but it was choppy, and so I gave it to Panda, and I said, "Hey, will you fix this and make it not choppy and and so he did, and that's when I put it on Facebook. But when I had it on Instagram, so many moms messaged me, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I keep mini bottles of liquor too. I keep them in my bra. It's perfect."
And the dislike is back.
Yeah, I did
It
see
really
some of
is.
the comments, yeah. Alan said, I hope that there is iced tea in that bottle. If it is alcohol, shame on you. Not a great example for your children or the young mothers out there that might look up to you.
And oh boy, did that cause a stir.
Jeez.
I would disagree with you. I think I'm a great example. Look, 5-year-olds
on.
can test you.
Jeez.
And an ounce and a half of peanut butter whiskey was just what I needed.
The other thing too is you're doing something that a sketch, a comedy. You're doing a parody of something that's in pop culture, and I think some people don't know that. They haven't seen the video, so they think you're just out there drinking with Rocco. They're out of touch with what's going on with that viral video, so they're just reacting, seeing and
They're
reacting.
really late because me posting it now is like 3 weeks late. So if you still don't know about this viral video, you're really out of touch.
Oh, they took the dislike, but we're back to no dislikes. Someone's
It's been
messing
up,
with
down,
us,
yeah.
Kevin.
That's all right.
They're
Used to
like,
it.
oh, they'll talk about me if I dislike.
What I loved about the video is how you leave Rocco in the dust. He is scooting his little ass off trying to keep up with you. And he's,
Hey,
poor
kid, you better put some energy into it. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I throw no wins your way unless you earn them. If you don't beat me on the scooter, you don't beat me on the scooter.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. All right, well, there you go. You guys, we're just happy you're there, loving or hating whatever you're doing. Check us out on Facebook, KVJ TV right now on YouTube.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Oh, coming up in just a second in your Dirt of the Day. Man, did you see the drama between Chelsea Handler and 50 Cent? These two are former lovers.
Okay.
But when 50 got political this week, Chelsea wasn't having it. Now, I'll tell you in a second what was said, but these two used to show nothing but love for each other.
Okay.
Before we get into that, Jack White did something pretty cool. Here's a fan talking about how when he had a guitar destroyed, Jack White stepped in and bought him a new one.
Yeah, this is the fan talking about it.
I just want to say a big thank you to Jack White for getting me the guitar. It's life changing. I'm not over it yet. I'd love to say thank you properly to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And to everyone that donated as well. It's amazing. I'm back out busking. I'm doing what I love. So thank you so much.
Backstory is some woman, some angry woman. He's a street musician, and she, out of the blue, starts yelling at him and screaming at him, and grabs his guitar and smashes it.
Jeez.
Then he goes on the internet and says, "Hey guys, can I have some help getting a guitar back?" And Jack White answered,
That's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
That is neat.
Remember we told you the other day about how Zachary Ty Bryan got arrested for apparently beating up his girlfriend, and now we're hearing more details about what happened.
Who's this dude?
He's from Home Improvement.
Okay. Oh, yeah. He was the older kid
Yes.
from the two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently he was upset about a missing phone charger, so he woke her up in the middle of the night, pulled her out of bed by the hair, and started beating on her. She tried to call the police, but he kept hanging up the phone. And then when the police called back, 911 calls back if they can't talk to you, the 911 operator was like, something's not right.
Yeah.
And they sent the cops out there anyway. Cops showed up and noticed she was swollen, that there was blood and bruising all over her, so they immediately took him into custody. He has been since released on bail and is barred any contact with the victim. So crazy. And finally here, 50 Cent was on social media this week saying, I am voting for Trump. I am not going to be 20 Cent because everybody else wants to take my money. I want to stay 50 Cent. And he was very vocal about how he is going to be Trump supporting with his vote. Well, Chelsea Handler saw that and she got all upset because she's a big Biden supporter and started calling him out on social media and saying, hey, Black Lives Matter. That's you, blank blanker. Don't you remember? Like, got into a whole thing on social media.
They both love the fight. They both are very vocal of their opinions.
I just think it's fascinating because just like 2 weeks ago, he was talking about she's my gator for life. Nothing could come between us.
Except politics.
Except politics.
Didn't she drop his name in? Didn't she do a book or something? Did she do a book and say some stuff about 50?
I'm sure it was all good.
Okay. I can't remember.
I think they love each other, right? They've long had
I think they do speak highly of each other, but I thought she had a dig or two that he kind of took. He's like, yeah, he laughed it off, but I'm just wondering if this has anything to do with it.
Interesting. So stay tuned. I'll definitely be following both of their social medias this weekend. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
Look at you listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
Well, me and you were talking the other day, Fat Kevin, about Pizza Hut and how back in the day that was such a fancy place.
Yeah, the excitement. I think it was just there was an energy.
There was.
That was about Pizza Hut back in the 90s.
And someone heard us talking about that, and they sent me this picture of the old school Pizza Hut cups. Do you remember these?
Yes.
They were red. They had ridges on them. And for whatever reason, I feel like they made the soda taste so much better than what it was. And I don't know if you guys remember this or not. I think another big reason why Pizza Hut had that buzz, that was one of the first places across the nation where you could get free refills.
Okay.
When I was a kid, a lot of the restaurants did not have free refills. You got charged for that. And then when Pizza Hut did that, they kind of changed the game. The pioneers, if you ask me.
Yeah, there's a couple lessons to learn. I would love this. I love studying this. My wife and I always talk about this when we go to a place that we like. I'm like, what is working here? And then when we go to a place that we're just like, why do we not like this? I noticed different things. And there was something about Pizza Hut then, and part of it was probably my age, but there was an electricity. They had video games, there was noise, there was action, there was hot pizza. It looked beautiful. Like there was never huge gaps where there were missing pizzas. It just goes to show you too that keeping up how the place looks. And I had gone to places afterwards, and sometimes you'd see on the pizza buffet there's only maybe 2 pizzas and there's a lot of empty space and just weird things like that. I don't think it's even consciously that you pick up on it, but subconsciously all these things start adding to it. If there's a weird smell, if something's not clean, if a table's sticky, those all really start to add up, and quickly in your head, you can sit there in a place and say, I either love this place or I don't love this place.
Well, I remember playing baseball as a kid. It was a destination for baseball teams and sport teams alike.
Yeah, we would always stop.
You'd always bring your team to Pizza Hut, especially after a win. I didn't have many wins in Little League, but so we would drown our sorrows in pizza. But it was such an event. Is there a place like that now?
What is today's Pizza Hut?
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be pizza, but what is today's Pizza Hut where it's an event, the family wants to go, you could bring a team there, it's exciting. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there is one.
I don't know. I don't know what it would be. A Chipotle, a Chick-fil-A. I don't even know what people would be doing.
It doesn't have the same magic.
It doesn't.
And I know it's a different perspective being older, but even at those places you just named, they're not doing that stuff with the team stuff. Not where everyone knows about it. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad they sent that to me. The nostalgia hit me over the head with those cups.
That's another thing about it, too. Yeah, they had a couple things that were cool, and having something unique like that, just a standard glassware that you just use at your place, those are all the little things when you want to try to make a restaurant work. to me, it's all those, it's the details, the fine little details. They're like, that makes it special. That's kind of exciting. And you need to throw a ton of those, as many as those things you can, into your restaurant or your place.
We had a place like that in Jupiter. Just closed because of the coronavirus.
What place?
Cheeseburgers and more.
Oh, yeah, that was a staple here.
That was a family staple.
I used to drive there in high school. That's how long. I think it's changed names and ownerships a few times, but it's always been that in that area in Jupiter.
I used to drive there from West Palm when I lived downtown West Palm to bring mags because it's that cool. It was that cool.
So the last thing I'll say about those cups from Pizza Hut, I don't know if there's any science behind it, but I felt like it made the soda taste sweeter and it made it colder. I don't know if that's true or not, but it felt that way.
Yeah, these are just the memories, but all those things make it powerful. I think it's a combination of all of it. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
I was so proud of Magnolia yesterday. So I picked her up from school, and she brought a little girlfriend with her, and then those little girlfriends met up with some other little kids in the neighborhood, and I was bringing them back, bring the little girl back home and kind of eavesdropping on their conversations because I love to do that as a mom. It's so fun.
You need to.
I eavesdrop a lot. And her little friend and her were just saying the most awesome, sweet things that you want to hear your kids say. They were just saying to each other how, because Magnolia switched schools. She's at a new school now. And she met this little girl at her new school. And they were both telling each other how happy they were that they found each other. And that, there's so many kids that are fake or mean or fake and mean just because they're insecure. That it's so nice that they found each other. And I just felt so happy for her because they were talking about all the qualities that are important to them in a friend. Loyalty, kindness, people that love each other and look out for each other and don't create drama and don't pull each other down. And it was just so sweet to see that in the back seat.
You got to have friends. It's important, especially at that time. For me, middle school was the worst. I had a tough time meeting friends in middle school. I was still in that, I wanted to be little. I wanted to still play with my toys. And 7th and 8th grade, man, middle schoolers, they can be jerks and they want to grow up. So it's good that she got a friend and she's in high school. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm very happy for her. And just to hear those qualities are important to her, kindness, not being fake, not being fighting for no reason. It seems like so many of these young girls fight with each other for no good reason. And I know it's about power and who gets to be, the top dog, the mean girl. But it's just so refreshing to hear her talk about how those things don't matter in life.
I think that for a lot of people, just with this year and where we are and everything's been so contentious, I think that adults feel that way too. And it's kind of a good reminder to all of us that just simple smile, being nice, giving somebody a compliment, it really is, it's a breath of fresh air.
And nice people, genuine people are very, very cool to be around. It just helps the whole flow of life.
It really does.
Yeah, it really does. What I got on my mind, I am very excited because my football team gets to start playing this weekend. So, whoop, whoop. Yeah, Buckeyes play tomorrow. Got on my little Buckeye shirt. People are wondering what this thing is. It's a nut.
They think you're wearing a Mets shirt.
Yeah, it looks like Mr. Met because it's just a big round head, but that's a Brutus Buckeye that I got on my shirt.
The fierce Buckeye.
Yeah, it's one of the dumbest mascots that are out there. It's a nut.
How old are the Buckeyes? How long have they been in football?
This is season 131.
Whoa,
yeah.
That old?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is their
crazy.
131st year of football.
Wow.
They play in a stadium that was built in 1922. So, yeah, that's the thing about college football especially is it's the traditions. It goes back so far, and a lot of people in Ohio in that area, you stay in that area. You grow up there, and so it's really the one common thread that grows through it. If you grew up in one of those areas, South Florida's not it.
No.
You don't. If you grew up here, you don't have that experience. But if you grew up in one of those towns, you'll know a sports team or something like that will weave together generations and the community and everything else. And that's a big part of what had me grow up such a big sports fan, is it was really the social aspect of the sport itself. The sport is so inconsequential compared to the social aspects of what happens
It's
with
ingrained in families.
Yes.
So you have grandparents that watch it
Yeah.
with their kids, and then that's your parents, and so you watch it with them, and it's a thing.
How old were you when the Buckeyes were able to break your heart or make you just so? Because I was 12 when the Braves could really emotionally just make me distraught.
I was probably about 7. I remember crying. Michigan beat
cried?
Ohio State, and they would year after year. And I remember after like the 3rd year in a row, Michigan beat Ohio State, and I was just bawling. Oh, I'm not rooting for Ohio State anymore. I'm going to root for Michigan. And you threw that little temper tantrum and made you so upset. But yeah, it was I remember as a small little kid, the stadium there used to have an open end, and I remember my dad holding me up over the bar so I could kind of see into the stadium. And I just remember seeing a football player on the field. I'm like, they're so big. They look like giants. I was a little kid. I was probably 4 years old, but I still have that vivid memory in my mind. It's one of the earliest memories I have.
And that's something your love for the Buckeyes hasn't wavered since you were a kid. You still love them.
It's the one common thread in my whole life that even as I've moved around and life changes, which it always does, a lot of times somebody's love for a sports team is just something that's just always there. It's the one constant that you have in your life.
I love that it's a tradition that's passed down from generation to generation. And if you had passionate fans that were parents or grandparents, then it was like passing down family heirlooms.
Would you ever do crazy things like I would do? I would get so mad when people would go in on the Braves. I started making all these bets in middle school and racked up a ton of money or lost a ton of money, I should say, when they did not win the World Series. And my dad had to pay that off for me.
You go through that. I've tried to mature in how I root for my Buckeyes, so I try to keep it all in perspective and try not to get riled up and realize it's just fun. I like to jaw back and forth with Gator fans and Canes fans and all that kind of good stuff. So it's all good, but I'm excited that that's going on. And I wanted to throw out a shout out here today to Howard Schnellenberger. I had seen if you are a Canes fan or you know anything about FAU. He started the football program at FAU. He is recovering from a fall that he had in his Boynton Beach home from July. And I had seen Schnellenberger about maybe a season or so ago at an FAU game, and he was nice as always and took a photo with the family.
Was that during Sports Show, Kev?
I think it might have been,
Okay.
yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember the era. I always love going to FAU games.
Power
and,
player.
supporting the
Sports show
Owls.
Kev. I mean, he's a powerful guy.
That was the most powerful point in his career.
Yeah, so I wish him well, and I hope that he recovers nicely. He's always, been a part of the show going all the way back. One of my favorite stories is, with Virginia and I, we had just gotten going on the radio. So this is probably like 99, 2000. I think he had just started the FAU football program, and he came across the street. We were doing a live show in Boca, and he had on his Miami Hurricane championship ring. And me, I just love football.
You love any kind of
Any
relic.
kind of football, and I saw that. And I mean, I grew up seeing those Canes teams, and I was just like, oh my goodness. And he was trying to like show off to Virginia because Schnellenberger has always been all man. He's a
from the
cowboy,
snake skin boots to the
Yeah.
cowboy hat.
smoking
That man,
the pipe, all that stuff.
he was he smelled like a man.
He was. He's a
walked
man.
like a man.
He's a man. He is a man.
Just carried himself like a man. And even as a 26-year-old girl, I was like, this is a man.
So, yes, young Virginia, he saw that. She's drinking it in, and he's showing off the ring. And here comes me. I lean on him, I go, that's cool, because he wanted Virginia to touch it. And I went to touch it, and he slapped my hands like, boy, you don't touch a man's ring.
It was so funny.
He's right. Whether it's a regular ring or an onion ring, you don't touch a man's ring.
He put me right back in my place, and
My hand hurts.
he went back to hitting on Virginia. I'm like, I just cowered in the corner. So I want to give a shout out to him. And also, big props to FAU. They just unveiled, I saw the video yesterday, they have a whole new football center.
Okay.
For the FAU Fighting Owls. And, facilities is a big deal when it comes to recruiting good players and having a good program. And it's impressive what they put together at FAU. Their new facilities are amazing. They are top notch. And that's going to be something that'll, I think, keep the Owls a pretty solid program. So just want to give a quick shout out to them here on a big old football weekend.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
You were talking about where do these sports teams go now that Pizza Hut doesn't seem to be the same that it was back when we were on those sports teams in the 90s. People were saying Duffy's seems to do great, and your Buffalo Wild Wings. So it's not necessarily pizza, it's more wings. But I do notice that even Hurricane Wings, I've gone in there, and they seem to really embrace it. What I love is you go into like the Buffalo Wild Wings or one of those places, and they've got local athletic teams' jerseys on the wall, the local football team and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. And photos even of players and
I
such.
like that.
Yeah, that's a good touch. So somebody said that's kind of what Pizza Hut was back then. That's where a lot of the teams go when they do that. And a quick little shout out too, because they've got high school football going on. There's a little bit delayed because of the coronavirus. Some of the private schools got going early so they could still partake in the state championship stuff. But a lot of the South Florida teams are getting going, and so there's going to be some high school football going this weekend. So I already see some good matchups. Now this is kind of fun. This is a list on the best movie and TV plot twists of all time. Best movie and TV plot twist.
Oh, Virginia. Spoiler alerts, be ready.
Yeah, there are a few here. I'll try to keep them as well. Some of these are so old that if you don't know the spoiler, then it's on you.
Agreed.
At this point. But I will list just saying the movies themselves. Number one is the plot twist in The Empire Strikes Back.
If you don't know that is you even know that, right? What's the plot twist in Empire Strikes Back?
It is Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Okay. The force is strong.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah. That is number one on the list.
Yeah, supposedly what had happened was, I forget who, one of the actors, and I forget which one it was, they were doing press tour before Empire came out back in 79 or 80, and they accidentally, in interviews, kept on talking about how the plot ending, and they were saying, oh yeah, Darth Vader is Luke's dad, and then people were getting all mad. You weren't supposed to be saying that was big twist.
Yeah. I can see why that was a big one. People are like, wait, what? The other one they have here, number two, for the best movie and TV plot twist, Game of Thrones Red Wedding. You can pretty much just say that, and either you know or you don't know. But that was an episode where you're like, wait, what just happened?
Well, that's what I think made people love Thrones and respect Thrones, because of moments like that.
It was a wiping out Virginia of about half the cast in one episode.
Dang.
You're like, you didn't see it coming. Everything seemed to be peaceful. It's like, oh, it's a celebratory moment. And then like everyone's dead. And you're like, okay, all right. Well, I didn't see that coming.
I mean, they had 9,000 cast members on there, so they still had enough to go around.
But still, when they wipe out all your like favorites, it's like, whoa.
It was, they did something fascinating, and shows had started to do that where they would, but Game of Thrones really was the one that started killing off main characters. And you're right, that's the other part, is you got to keep introducing new people and hope that people like them as much as the other ones. But they really took those chances on getting you emotionally involved with a character, either love them or hate them, and then they would kill them.
I expected way more people to die in the last
final season because that was what they had done the entire. It seemed like a betrayal. The whole
they
last
didn't give us death.
The whole last season seemed like a betrayal of the first.
They dialed it in, is what everybody said.
So I think they tried to be overly clever.
What it was a betrayal. When you get characters and you know somebody for something, and then they do something different. This show, we've got our own, what the characters are on this show and what we do. And, it would be, for instance, all of a sudden, Jaybird, everything is together and, he's all these things that are just not true to who he is. You'd be like, it doesn't feel right.
I start talking a lot of politics.
Yeah. And you're great at math.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah, they did betray.
Yeah, and that's why I think that last season's that way. But that Red Wedding is number two on their list. The Sixth Sense.
I mean, again.
I think everybody kind of knows that, the famous line from the movie.
He's dead the entire time, everybody. We all know that.
The Usual Suspects. Which, oddly enough, was a movie that I probably just saw in the last couple of years. For the first time.
That was when, no one saw that twist coming. It was a long time ago. And I think if you see it in modern times and you heard so much about it, you kind of expect the twist. So it doesn't have nearly the punch as it did back in the mid-'90s.
Sure.
But the acting and all of it is so good, Virginia.
Solid movie.
You've watched it. I've recommended it to you so many times. Clearly, you've seen it before, right, Virginia? No, rats.
I know you keep saying The Usual Suspects. I'll watch it one of these days. I promise. Is it on Netflix?
No, Netflix.
No.
It's not on Netflix.
It's not looking good.
Fight Club, they got a number 5 as being a big plot twist. The whole Tyler Durden character in that. Some of the other ones they listed Psycho.
That's the original twist.
Yeah.
With
That's
the mom.
well, yeah. You know, again,
There is no mom.
she's dead. Mm-hmm. Do you remember Psycho?
Yeah, she's like dead, but he kept her body like in the room, right?
In the basement, yeah,
Oh
or
my
in the attic,
God.
basement, attic, whatever.
And then they got Lost, the season 3 finale flash forward reveal is in the top 10 of the best movie and plot twists.
M. Night Shyamalan's got more than one twist ending with his movies. He that's kind of his thing.
Yeah. How many? Which ones is? Yeah. Was he Sixth Sense? Was that him?
He was Sixth Sense. He is Signs, which
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's a twist ending, but I love Signs. I thought it was a good movie. It's one of those ones where it's kind of controversial. Some people hate it, some people love it.
Okay.
And then the one where I forget the name of it. It's where the ending is they think they're living in olden times, and the whole movie's set in olden times, and then you realize they are in modern times. They just made everyone believe they were still back in the olden days.
They put him in a bubble.
Yeah, they were in their own little bubble.
Kind of like a Truman Show thing.
Kind of just
Westworld?
Yeah, sort of. And then they realize, oh my gosh, what's all this technology? What's
They blew their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything?
The
that,
Village.
What is it?
The Village.
Okay. Glad you got that out.
Yeah.
The Village.
Talking about big old plot twists that they do in movies and TV shows. What are some of the biggest ever? The one with Darth that they did in The Empire Strikes Back, they put at number 1 of all time. Some of the other ones that people were saying here, and there will be a couple of plot spoilers just to let you know in the next couple comments that I will make. Somebody said the movie Seven. That was kind of a plot twist that got me. Whoa.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Yeah, that was crazy.
I hate that.
That was
I-
a great movie. I saw that in the theater.
I've never watched it again because of the ending, and it just was so disturbing, but I admit it was good.
What a clever! It was so clever how they did that. The whole thing.
That was Kevin Spacey again, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, he loves his little twist, doesn't he, at the end of his movies?
Well, he plays a great psycho.
Yeah, he does.
Because he
I don't know
is
if he's
one.
I think he is
acting.
one, yeah.
I think he's crazy.
Somebody had a comment about Signs that you had mentioned. Somebody said, the twist in Signs is ridiculous. Aliens are allergic to water. Why come to a planet that's 75% water then?
Okay, I have a whole theory on that, but you know, do you want to hear it? Because if you didn't see the movie, yeah, I'm backing out. There's no sense to fight with one text. But I do have a theory.
Okay. Somebody said the movie Saw has a good little plot twist in it.
That's one of those movies where you watch and it gives you anxiety.
I can't do it.
You guys would not do well with Saw.
No, I know that. That's why I've never watched
Does he
it.
just saw people up?
It's a thing where you have to play a game. It's mental torture along with physical torture.
Jeez.
There's a voice that comes on over a loudspeaker.
Somebody else said the others with Nicole Kidman was good. She lives in a house with her children and thinks that it's haunted, but it's actually her and her family that are the ghosts. I didn't see that coming.
Where's my daughter? I am your daughter. I know that movie.
Yeah, I do. Okay. I haven't seen that one either. Another one that did make the list of the top 10 I just didn't get to was The Good Place. Ted Danson, Kristen Bell. Last episode of season 1, the whole storyline basically just flips. Apparently, The Good Place is actually a bad place.
Huh.
Kind of intriguing.
Is that newer?
It is. It's on Netflix.
All right. I kind of want to watch that.
I've heard good things about that, yeah. Might want to check that out. And somebody said the new movie Antebellum had a pretty crazy little plot twist in it. Looks like that could be pretty intense and pretty good as well.
I know no one's going to know what the heck I'm talking about, but if you love terrible B-rated horror movies, Sleepaway Camp, the original, has a over-the-top twist ending.
does, huh?
It's a cult classic. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, some good stuff and maybe some ideas. If you want a little plot twist kind of weekend, you can check out one of those. Our celebrity's having a birthday today. We're talking about plot twists. She was on the show that gave you one of the biggest ones, Amelia Clark. The mother of dragons is 34 years old today. Ryan Reynolds turns 44 today, and Weird Al Yankovic is 61.
We love Weird Al here.
Yeah,
I think
he's
we're all fans,
talented.
right?
I mean, so talented.
Also got a shout out here to my best friend Riley turning 18 this weekend. That is from Kylie. Riley and Kylie.
Aww.
And looks like, yeah, they play softball together. Spanish River Sharks.
Riley and
Sharks
Kylie.
used to beat the heck out of my daughter's team. They had some hitters, man. So I'm sure Riley and Kylie can bash that ball. Also got a birthday shout out to my wife Kimmy and her ding dong bat twin Terry from H, Callan, Max, and the Crazy Dogs Oreo and Benji. Got a lovely photo of them there.
Aww.
Enjoying some surf and sand. Good to see y'all. Also, we want to wish Zachary James happy birthday from Mommy, Daddy, Daniel, DJ, Anna, Grandma, and Meemaw. And let them know we're going to be surprising with a trip to Central Park Zoo in New York.
Fancy.
How about that? Happy second birthday to my handsome little man, Cody Sean. That's happening tomorrow. Mommy and Daddy love you so much. And there he is. Looks like he's got one of those stroopwafels that is a delicious little treat. If you never had that, it's kind of like a flat little waffle with caramel on the inside. It's like a Dutch treat.
It's a waffle cookie.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's so
They're
good.
so good.
He sort of reminds me of Rocco a little bit.
He does. I get that Rocco look.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Also, our mom, Kim, having a happy birthday from Kimmy, Maxie, Kaylin, and H. Thank you so much for everything. And we got one more here. James L. from Miami. Happy 17th birthday tomorrow. I'm going to be celebrating at Disney World this weekend from Mom, Dad, and little sis Jenna. Big photo of the birthday boy there.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, no doubt. Got a birthday you want to get on the KVJ show, let us know about it. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. It's Friday. Means it's about time for the No Name Movie Game. Yeah. If you'd like to play along with a member of the KVJ show, you can jump on the line right now, 877-979-WRMF. All right, it is time for another round of the Nerdy Movie Game. Welcome to it here. I know Virginia is just knocking on that door, putting it away for 2020. She's just a couple of wins away.
It's October. It's the witches month.
Yeah.
I think I'm the one with the belt.
Oh, that's
Let me grab
right.
it real quick.
Whoa.
Denny's whooped that butt last week.
Yeah, he's a champion. That's what that kid is. All right.
He's a champion in life.
We'll see if Dennys can hold on to the belt here today. We're going to start off with Virginia and her partner Kim from Lake Worth. Hello, Kim.
Hi, so excited.
Okay, this is an exciting thing here.
All right, Kim, we got this.
Okay.
We do, yeah, we do.
Okay. Yay, ladies.
You know, Kim is Mick spelled backwards. Just a little food for thought. Yeah.
Interesting.
Just trying to get in Virginia's head. Okay. With some factoids.
Okay.
That's all, Kim.
Kim, anybody ever told you that your name is Mick spelled backwards?
No, never.
No, never.
That's
Would
first.
that maybe work in the bar at a pickup line?
No, not at all.
No, yeah.
Let's move along.
Yeah, let's just play this dang game already. Okay, here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. Virginia gives you the clues. Can't use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. Your 60 seconds begins now.
Pass. He's dead, but they take him out. He's still water skiing. He's on a boat. He's
Weekend at Bernie's.
yes. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world.
Armageddon?
Yes, yes.
No. Yeah. Oh.
Pass on that one. The opposite of clean.
Dirty?
Yes.
Dirty.
Yes. It's where goblins go to higher learning. It's where the boogeyman
Monster
goes.
University?
Yes. Pass on that one. It's a cartoon about Halloween, but it's. I didn't see it. Pass. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. They're babies, but they can speak.
Look who's talking?
Yes.
Baby geniuses?
Yes, yes, yes. It's a cartoon. It's very like Halloween-y, but it's about.
Whoa, you lost a big 15 seconds on that
I
one.
know that one was tricky. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
Still got a 5 spot though.
Yeah,
Oh, she was great.
that is a solid score. You can tell that Kim was Ready to bring it today. All right, let's see if that holds on for the win.
Some people call her Mick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just food for thought. Just trying to get you to think over there.
Okay, Denny's partner is going to be Renee here from Royal Palm. Hello, Renee.
Hey, guys.
All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, you sound just as fired up as Denny's is over here.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really excited to
I'm
get this
going to
thing going.
work.
Oh, you are?
Not excited then.
Okay. All right, well, let's see how we do here. You got to beat a 5 spot or at least tie it to force an overtime. In the no-name movie game, and your time begins now.
It's Greek mythological creatures, and it's one of the guys, he decapitates.
Titan?
Yep. What's the full title? It's a band
Remember
from
the
the
Titan?
80s, too.
Oh, the Titan.
Yep, you got it.
Oh.
This is a type of like wasp. They pollinate flowers. They're important for the environment, but it's also the name of a transformer.
A bumblebee.
Yep. This is when you pass away. This is one, people's theory of where you go afterwards.
Can't say after.
This is if electricity comes from the sky and it hits you while you're standing there, you have
Lightning.
been.
Lightning struck by lightning.
Yep, perfect. This is pass that one. It's you want the moon? I'll get you the moon. It's a Christmas movie they play every year.
Not Miracle on City. Wonderful Life.
Pass that one. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh,
He said it's a wonderful one. I don't know.
Okay, I got a 3 spot on that. Okay. All right. Not enough to retain that belt there, Denny's. Unfortunately, you're going to lose it.
Don't let it get you down, kid.
Thank you, Renee. Appreciate you calling
Don't
in
let it
today.
ruin your weekend. I know that you're going to think about it a lot.
I did. I brought the belt home with me last time. It was nice.
Got Christine on here from Lake Worth to see if her and Jaybird can beat Virginia's 5 spot today.
Christine, I need it bad. I don't think I gotta tell you that.
We got this, Jason.
Okay. Christine, let's get mean.
Okay. All right, no-name movie game. Virginia's got a 5 on the board. Let's see if Bird and Christine can knock them off that perch. 60 seconds are on the clock, and your time begins now.
If I want to get my education, I am going to do this. If I want to enter through time pass. What's a name for a alcoholic beverage? It's set in Aruba, Jamaica. Woo! I'm throwing drinks around. I'm making this. If I'm a bartender, what do I make? If I make you a drink as a bartender, what would that be called? Really? Okay,
I don't know.
All right, pass. Pass. I get married to a royalty, a girl. Pass. Oh, this is terrible. Pass, Dennys.
Oh, jeez.
This makes everything nice. It's also a nickname for cocaine. Blank and blank makes everything nice. I put it on cereal. I put this on. Yes, but what's the same? You should put it together. Blank and blank make everything nice.
Sugar and spice.
Thank you.
Sugar and
Pass.
spice.
Yes. All right.
Oh, yay. Got one in there right at the end.
Third place. Woo!
Yeah.
Hey.
That's definite third
I'm
place.
sorry, Jason.
Christine, I'm sorry. Let's forget about it and let's eat some pizza.
Okay.
Cocktail was that one. The
Cocktail.
bartender makes the cocktail.
Yeah.
Back
got a
to
little
school.
hung up
was
on
the
Oh my
first.
gosh, that was on me. I should have known that.
Oh,
Don't be
no.
so hard on
You did
yourself.
great.
Life's too short.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll have to check with stat guy Josh, but that might be close to soiling up the win for Virginia for 2020. Congratulations to Kim here from Lake Worth. You are our winner today.
Yay.
Good job.
Good job, Mick.
Yeah, that's right. Carrying that into the weekend. That's some good stuff there, Virginia.
She was awesome.
Well, you're very excited to have that belt back.
Very. Thank you, Dennys. I'll be wearing it all weekend.
I hope you do, and I hope you post about it, but you won't.
Okay. Coming up here on the KVJ show, apparently this Friday, today, is a big day for the Bird. He's got some big news going to be dropping today and maybe a big old decision to make.
What is it?
Well, that's what we're going to find out coming up here in just a few. And a little Feel Good Friday, too. If you got any kind of wins for the week, let us know about it. Your good news, share it with us right now, 877-979-WRMF. And we got to make sure that we wrap up the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway at 9 a.m. this morning with a winner. We're going to be calling out our final name. You'll have 10 minutes to call back to win $200 in free groceries. So make sure you're here at 9 a.m. on the KVJ Show.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Got some of your Feel Good Fridays coming up here in a second. Got a little win for the week. Some good news. Share it with the KVJ Show. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763. Get to that in a second. But today is going to be a big day for the bird, Virginia.
It's at least supposed to line up that way. Now,
Okay.
I can't control, whether I get this stuff or not.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to line up all today.
What's going on?
Well, I haven't been feeling well. I've been telling you guys that a little bit. I've brought it up on the air, and I wasn't feeling well, so we had a blood test done at MD Now, and then I started changing up my diet, but I wasn't feeling well before I started to change up my diet. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to start changing up my diet. Plus, my dad and everybody in my family was getting kind of healthy in October, so I thought this is a good time. I've been having terrible, terrible dizzy spells and just zapped of energy. I just have not felt like myself, and I thought it was the diet and all that, but I'm still kind of I'm past all the caffeine withdrawal. I shouldn't be still feeling the way that I am. So I went to my doctor to get a blood test done, and I brought the one from MD Now. They wanted to do another test because there were some anomalies on that test.
That's good. It's always good to get multiple tests.
But that was before October even started. So that was the first blood test. Well, we did a second blood test, and the second blood test came back with even more anomalies on it, and they wanted to give me another blood test. So this is my third.
You got any left?
What's that? Yeah, I know. This is my third.
Luckily, you make more.
Yeah, this is my third blood test that I've taken, and I'm waiting for the results, and they're finally supposed to come in today, I'm hoping. That's the way. They said it was supposed to come in either today or hopefully, yesterday or hopefully today. But, I mean, if you've ever had to wait for blood tests, it's a very stressful thing. And I've also been very stressed out about it and not myself.
We noticed.
Well, you don't have to, you just annoy me in general, Virginia, so.
You've been a little bitchy.
All right, whatever. All right, there's that news.
Yeah.
And then I'm supposed to find out if I get, hopefully, the next step with the house today. So it's either I think it's sink or swim with my health, or with my house, and I think it's sink or swim with my health today.
That's a lot for one day.
Yeah, so it's either going to be a weekend of tears or I think a weekend of beers. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But, yeah.
It's setting itself up, though, pretty sweet, though. You could get some good news. And I got to tell you, honestly, I think, with you, I try to be maybe the healthiest person on the planet with just eating, sleeping, everything. And it happens. And as you get a little bit older, it gets to be more of a struggle.
Well, you realize as you get older that it's important because your body starts telling you you can't act like you acted in your 20s. And it sucks.
Sure.
Because it's so fun to act like you acted in your 20s.
And yes, no, J Fatso, it's not an STD. You actually have to have sex to get an STD.
Yeah.
Clean as a whistle.
Yeah.
No, this is like blood work.
I'm more worried that what I did was I went on the internet. And only because I had so much time. I didn't have any answers. So like a dumbass, I went on the internet. And that really freaked me out.
Yeah.
Everything's cancer.
And everything's cancer. And on top of it, I've been doing a lot of running, and this is the strictest my diet has been in my life. I'm dropping weight at an alarming rate.
You look great.
I don't know about that. I've lost too much weight. I'm in the 160s. I read the comments on the internet. I know you still don't read the comments. Everyone's saying, eat a burger. You look sickly. I'm full transparency. I'm stressed out, and I'm doing some different things with my body to figure out what's going on with my blood right now.
Okay.
So full transparency with the audience. I know I look gaunt. Hopefully, I get the blood work and it's something that's mild.
Yeah.
So
well, you're making solid moves. I'm optimistic. I think you're gonna get good news today. It's gonna be a great Friday for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And the house thing, it is what it is. I want the house, but if it doesn't work out, I'm spiritually okay with it.
That's right. If it's meant to be, it'll be.
That's true.
Absolutely. I do believe that.
I believe there's a very profound Florida Georgia Line song about that.
Gosh, I wish
it'll be.
Oh, I hate that song.
Maybe if it's meant to be.
Kevin, it's a terrible song.
That song is.
Kevin just ruined this moment.
That's what I do. That's just what I do. We got a couple of Feel Good Fridays. People with some good news to share here today. I want to give a big old shout out to Boca Berry. He met a girl that he really likes. And her name is Christine, and she's also a big time listener.
Okay.
So, shout out and love to Boca Berry and Christine. Hopefully you guys make a lovely couple together.
And make some little KVJ Nation babies.
You never know. You never know if that's what they want to do, Virginia. Maybe they will. Also, we got Crystal from Jacksonville letting us know she's been keeping us updated on her husband's deployment. And she said we're now at the halfway mark, which is great. Just to me and my girls, we've been singing Living on a Prayer all week.
Aww.
So that's great stuff. So hopefully your husband will be home before you know it.
Amen.
And somebody said, boy, they got big news possibly today. They're waiting to find out if they're getting a kidney transplant today.
Wow.
Right.
That's something I know about.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's your kidney doing with all that blood work?
We don't know. That's part of my results. So we're going to find all that stuff out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. A lot of people texting in compliments saying, Jaybird, you look amazing.
Yeah, you don't look gaunt. I don't know who told you that. You look fine.
I wasn't trying to Facebook fish. I've gotten a lot of comments about how I do. I appreciate that y'all being sweet, but I'm just saying there's an element of our audience or a percentage of our audience that does not think I look good, which is fine. I understand that. But it does get in your head when you are thinking you're dying.
You don't look gaunt.
All right, well, thank you.
Anybody who says that is just wrong.
Someone else is 21 weeks pregnant with their first baby. Still don't know what I'm having, but I'm praying for a boy. Congratulations.
Aww.
That's pretty cool. Somebody for their Feel Good Friday said, I didn't think I was going to a football game this year, but I am. It's all about the U. Go Canes, Heather and Stewart. All right. I don't know if she's going this weekend or when she's going, but that's awesome that you have the ability to go to a football game. Also, we got a 2-year-old that just got through his swim lessons. He is so adorable.
Aww.
Dean graduated from swim lessons last night. I'm a proud mama.
That's awesome.
How long does that take to graduate from swim lessons?
My kids took like many years. And then one day it just clicked. Some kids take to water quick and some don't. Fortunately for me, mine didn't. And so it cost double in swim lessons.
You're watching KVJ TV. There's Dean. He's with the Floating Otter Swim School.
That is an awesome name. Floating Otters. I love that.
That kid is adorable.
That's good stuff.
There you go. Somebody else had some skin cancer biopsies. They came back negative. Jessica and the Pizzle.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder how long that took. Because it's the waiting on results that's, I think, the biggest part of all that crap.
It's tough.
It is.
That is the toughest part. And she said my husband also beat the corona.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Love to hear that. So any other wins you got here for the week, you can let us know. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. I'm sure you guys were glued into last night's final presidential debate that happened.
I actually was.
I was not.
Checked it out.
I watched the majority of it.
I heard it was a lot more civil. They'd done the thing where they're going to be controlling the microphones and muting so that each person would get their fair time. And I heard that it was very much more issues driven.
Way different tone than this one.
Yes,
than the
I
first
heard
one.
that. So it sounded like it was a lot more watchable. So if you haven't had a chance to see that, that is coming up. I believe President Trump, I think he was going to Mar-a-Lago because he's voting in Palm Beach on Saturday morning.
He is, yes.
Yeah.
I heard
Nashville,
that.
And I think went to Mar-a-Lago. So he's waking up in Florida, I guess, this morning at some point. And so I hate to say it. I mean, as much as I think a lot of us are ready for this election to be over, this might be the last time we get to play presidential Who Said It, Trump or Biden. So I've got a quote here for you, and you got to try to tell me, can you figure out which candidate said it? Like, for instance, they said, so vote. Visit iowa.com/Ohio. So Who was it that possibly said that? We'll play presidential Who Said It next. Oh, man, final debate last night. Before you know, the presidential election is going to be behind us. Oh, man, aren't we all going to be so sad to not have to deal with this fighting anymore?
Oh, yeah. It'll all just go away the day after the election. I'm sure nobody's going to fight.
I know. There's still going to be fighting that's going on here. But you've gotten a solid dose of President Trump and his challenger, Joe Biden. So hopefully you're getting to know the candidates a little bit more, and you're going to settle into who you're going to cast your vote for. I've already started kind of like that vote prep. I started the other day, and oh, man, there's so many issues. Man, my head was just throbbing by the end of it, just trying to kind of like sort through who to cast a vote for. And there's a lot of issues going on here. I had no idea we had so many positions to vote for. My ballot is like 3 pages long that they mailed me. It's crazy. It's going to take me forever to figure this thing out. So here's what we got for you. Maybe by now you've come to understand the tone of both candidates for president. So we'll see how well you do here. And I want to see if you guys can score perfect on the presidential Who Said It. Probably the final round we're going to have here, Trump or Biden on this. I've got a quote. You tell me which one of these two presidential candidates made this quote. First one. Quote is, so vote. Visit iowa.com/Ohio.
Definitely Biden.
You're going to say definitely Biden on that? Do you agree, Virginia?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, you're correct. That is Biden on that. What about this one? She was favored to win, and she got schlonged.
Schlonged?
She was favored to win, and she got schlonged.
I feel like that's Biden again.
That's a tricky one.
Schlonged?
Schlonged.
Do you know what a schlong is?
I don't know. That was the quote. I was like, interesting.
I'm locking in with Biden again.
Hopefully it was consensual schlonging.
Okay. That one actually Trump.
What clip is that?
I'll have to maybe pull the audio for you so you can hear it in context.
Schlong means what I think it means, right?
Yeah, look in your pants.
How about this one? Presidential Who Said It? I've been successful with your girlfriend, I'll tell you that. Trump or Biden?
Biden.
Gonna go Biden. That's Trump. I've been successful with your girlfriend, I'll tell you that. That was Donald Trump.
I'm not doing good.
No, you're not. You missed 2. Okay, you got 1 correct. Let's see if you can turn around here, Bird. Okay, what do you think about this? Presidential Who Said It? I understand this is just one clip that was taken out of context and he corrected it, but the quote was, now we have over 120 million dead from COVID. When it was first said, it was like, wait, what? And then it was corrected. But yes, the first comment was like, excuse me? Now we have over 120 million dead from COVID. Who was that? Trump or Biden?
I think it's...
Gosh, it could go either way.
I'm going to go Biden again. I keep on saying Biden.
Okay, that one is Biden.
All right,
Yes.
I'm back.
You're back on it. Okay. Presidential Who Said It? Which candidate said this quote? Look at that face. Would anyone vote for that?
That would be Trump.
Okay, now. Congratulations, yes. That one is Trump. Very good. Okay, how about this one? Presidential Who Said It? Trump or Biden? Play the radio. Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night. the phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
That's Biden.
Okay, that is Biden, yes. The Democratic debates there. Okay, who said this? Trump or Biden? If Hillary Clinton can't satisfy her husband, what makes her think that she can satisfy America? Is that Trump or Biden? If Hillary Clinton can't satisfy her husband, what makes her think she can satisfy America?
That's got to be Trump,
right?
That one is Trump, yes. Look at Virginia getting plugged in.
I mean, I think I know that one.
Getting political, Virginia.
Biden didn't run against Hillary. I know that much.
Where it gets confusing is because they get sometimes really nasty within their own party at these debates to be the candidate.
Oh, yeah. Well, because they're all fighting to be the candidate, so they want to knock them down.
So they throw something
4
out.
months ago, they hated Biden.
And then they become the running mate or something,
Yeah.
and then you're like, those quotes are really kind of awkward now.
They are, because now they love Biden.
Yeah. Okay, presidential Who Said It, Trump or Biden? While Bette Midler is an extremely unattractive woman, I refuse to say that because I always insist on being politically correct.
That had to be Trump.
It's Trump.
That is Trump, yes.
Poor Bette Midler. She's like, really? My looks.
Okay, what do you think about this? Who said this one? We cannot get re-elect we cannot win this re-election. Excuse me. We can only re-elect Donald Trump.
That's Biden.
That is Biden.
Wait, what? What did he say?
There's a lot going on in there. I don't know. But at the end of it, his final line was, we can only re-elect Donald Trump. So,
Uh-oh. Well, that goes against everything you've been pushing.
you're like, wait, what? Hold on. You got a little confused, I believe. Who said this? It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming.
That's Trump.
That is Trump. Very good. Okay. And what about this one? We choose truth over facts.
That's Biden.
That is Biden. Very good. All right. You guys had a very, very nice rebound there. Coming up here on the KVJ show, we're going to have a fun little round of the world's dumbest debates. So we're going to do our own little round of debates. It's basically the dumbest topics that you could ever fight about.
Oh, this is just my game.
Yeah, I figured that'd be good. So we'll get to our own debates coming up here. And Dennys was so good, he was able to pull the schlonged clip.
Oh,
you were-
okay.
Yes.
I don't know who'd be worse. I don't know. How does it get worse? But she was going to beat, she was favored to win, and she got schlonged. She lost.
Who's he talking about? That got schlonged?
Oh, man.
It could be a crime. I mean, if you
Yeah.
don't want to be schlonged and you get schlonged, you need to file a police report.
Oh, boy. Last night, the final presidential debate happened between President Trump and Joe Biden. This might be one of our final debates, but we're going to take on some dumb topics here today. And just like last night where they have muted mics, we're going to do the same thing. Now, what we're going to do here is you're going to get intervals of 10 seconds. There's actually going to be 2 rounds for each debater here in this. It's going to go 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Okay?
Okay.
So just like we do in Master Debater, though, we're going to draw a card, and then we'll figure out who gets to go first on that debate. And it's going to be kind of a round robin where everybody plays everybody. We're not going to do that pairing up for as long as we do. So it'll go from me debating Virginia, and then it's going to rotate around the room.
And do we take the, if we really believe in the debate or the topic, we fight for that? Is that how we're doing? Are we doing the same Master Debater rules?
Yeah, it's whoever
Okay.
draws the higher playing card, they get to go first and pick the side of the argument they want.
Got ya.
That's how that's going to go. All right, so first up, it's me versus Virginia and the world's dumbest debates.
All right, the old dogs go first.
Okay, Dennys is giving you a card. I got a king. Virginia, what did you get?
I got a 3.
Yeah, okay.
Back-to-back threes. You drew a 3 yesterday.
I did. What's going
That
on?
means I get to go first here in the first dumb debate that we have. I will draw out what our topic is, Virginia, and then everybody else who is not debating is going to decide who won the argument. So Suits, Bird, and Dennys will be the judges on this.
Oh,
Okay.
I like that. A little bit of
You guys
power.
Listen up here. Okay.
And we're basically voting for the person who argues the best.
Yeah.
All right.
As a judge, can you be bought?
Always.
Okay, good to know.
This is dumb. Okay. First topic, is it better to bite or lick ice cream?
Oh, it's so good.
That's so stupid. Okay. All right. So we're not going to have the ticker like we normally do. You got 10 seconds, and you know when your mic is off that you got to shut up.
Okay.
And it's time for the other person to go. Okay. It is definitely better to lick ice cream, savor, and enjoy it. You bite, it hurts your teeth. You want to sit there and enjoy every morsel of your ice cream, so you always lick it. Never bite your ice cream. That's a dumb way to do it.
Okay. You should always bite it because it's South Florida. It's going to melt. Unless you want it all over your crotch, then you look like you messed yourself. You've got to bite the ice cream.
Full of lies there, Virginia. Full of lies. You want to make sure you're not going to have it melt all over yourself. What are you doing? Sitting in an oven? It's not that hot in South Florida. It's hot, but it's not that crazy hot. Lick your damn ice cream. What's wrong with you?
Okay, wet crotch. I'm going to be over here biting my ice cream, enjoying it, finishing it, savoring it. You're going to have it all over your D.
Okay.
Okay, I've made my choice.
Licking and biting. Who had the better argument? I'll start with Dennys. Who are you going to vote for?
I kind of think Kevin had the better argument.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, Virginia with heat and wet crotch. I mean, that's what you got? That's what you brought? Burr, what do you think?
I thought V. Kevin Ralston won that round. You articulated your points better. You won. You got it. It's yours.
All right,
Round
Suits, who you voting for? Me. All right, look at that. It's clean sweep.
Dang.
So that means I get a point.
The rig.
So at the end of this, we'll see who has. We'll see who has more points.
This is rigless.
Yeah, see, anytime I win, it's got to be
It's
a
a
rig.
rig.
Got to be a
Of
rig.
course.
Okay.
My go-to.
All right, next up, it is Jaybird and Dennys.
Oh, Miho versus
And
Miho.
round 2 here of the world's dumbest debates.
I can see your face already.
Would you draw 2 again?
I do a 3, so it's better than yesterday.
Wow, it's amazing how you always get low cards.
I got a jack.
I mean, Dennys. Sweet
Okay.
Dennys.
So Dennys gets to start off the argument, get the cup, and you're going to go on ahead and draw.
I got, is breast milk okay for vegans to drink?
Okay.
That's our topic.
I love it.
That's stupid, too.
Yeah.
These topics really are dumb. Okay, all right, Dennys, you get to start off. I'm going to be muting the mics over here, so go ahead whenever you want.
All right. I think breast milk is not okay for vegans to drink. Technically, humans, biologically, are animals, and that would be an animal byproduct. So if you truly are vegan, you most likely aren't going to drink milk or any byproduct from it.
Popular Science, it's a quote from Popular Science. They say that human milk is not only the best for people, it is best for animals. Absolutely, vegans should drink.
Well, there's actually studies that say people in general shouldn't drink milk. So, I mean, not only should vegans not drink breast milk, but nobody really should drink breast milk because we no longer need those type of nutrients.
That study what Dennys is talking about is a flat-out lie. My fact is absolutely littered in the truth. Just look at popularmechanics.net. You will see all of the facts about women's breast milk.
Popular Mechanics.
Popular Mechanics?
Look it up. It's a real publication. Google it.
Okay, that dumb debate. Who do you think had the advantage, Virginia? Who won that?
I'm going Dennys.
Gonna go Dennys on the win there. Suits, who do you think? He's gonna go Dennys. I'm gonna agree. Dennys, you get yourself a point. Congratulations.
I just basically called you a liar in the last round.
Yeah. Okay, next round we have got me going against Jaybird.
Y'all in the chat room, I don't really believe that milk was going to get you sick. I was just lying about that. But Bird, no, they can't drink the milk. It's not real.
Okay, I drew the 2 on this round.
I drew the queen.
Okay, Bird, that means that you get to start us off here in this next round of the world's dumbest debates.
I'm surprised I didn't draw a 1.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, going ahead and draw it out. What do you got there?
Are muffins really just cake?
Okay.
And muffins are not just cake. Cake is cake. Muffins are muffins. Muffins are smaller. They even taste different. The ingredients they put in a muffin are actually different than they put in a cake. Cake, you've got different frosting. You've got things in the middle.
What is a cake? A cake is soft, it's spongy, it is sweet. So by textbook definition, absolutely, a muffin is just another type of a cake. Size doesn't make the cake.
You're a man that lives in diet. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I am Hand Pie Pennington. There is a difference between a muffin and just a cake.
You always try to say this stuff like I don't know anything about food. I mean, yes, I understand what food is. Just because I eat healthy doesn't mean I don't understand that muffin and cake aren't the exact same consistency. It's the exact same food minus the size of it. What's the difference?
That's it, right?
Okay. Virginia, who do you think made a better argument about muffin versus cake?
Oh my gosh, that one's tough. You guys were really close on that one.
Well, we're very passionate about the subject.
I mean, it's what we know, Fat Kevin. It's good to see you.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'm going Jaybird on that round.
Suits, who do you think? He's going to go with me. Dennys, you're going to be the tiebreaker. Who won that dumb debate?
I kind of felt like Bird had a little bit of the edge on that
Miho.
Yeah.
one. I felt like it was slightly in Bird's corner.
I mean, cake is his wheelhouse.
I mean,
Okay. Going into halftime here, everybody on the show has 1 point but Virginia. Virginia is the only one to yet score a point in the world's dumbest debates. We got round 2. Your halftime entertainment is the dirt of the day. Go figure. We're going to see if we can get Virginia a point here. We played a round of the world's dumbest debates just a little bit ago. Stupidest topics on planet Earth. And everybody's got a point but Virginia.
Curses.
Yeah, we'll see if we can't get her a point here. We'll put her up against Dennys in this round.
Oh,
She's
sweet
not,
Dennys?
Yeah, not faced off against Dennys yet.
Sweet innocent Dennys?
Yeah. So let's see how they do here. Virginia versus Dennys. Okay, what are your playing cards that you have in front of you? See who's got the higher playing card.
7.
I got a 9.
Damn it, Dennys.
Peace train.
Dang,
It really does help to
Dennys.
go first.
It does.
Okay, all right, draw out what your dumb debate is going to be here. What's the topic?
All right, Dennys, we are going to debate. Would you rather always smell very strongly of pee or faintly of poo?
Faintly.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, strongly of pee or faintly of poo. All right, Dennys, again, each side, we're going to do what they did in the debate last night. You get 10 seconds, and then I mute your mic, and the other one goes on. So, Dennys, you can start anytime you like.
I think it's better to smell kind of like poo, only because I feel like you could kind of play that off as maybe that's not me, or somebody has a little bit of confusion to where that scent's coming from. A strong smell.
Poo is disgusting. We all know. Nobody even wants to smell faintly like poo. At least pee could have been an accident. I mean, poo.
Well, not all poo's created equally. Some poo smells a little bit better, just a tiny bit better than other poo. And if you get that poo, that could actually work in your favor, especially if you're not downwind of somebody.
Well, most of us don't have poo privilege like you, Denny. So poo normally smells really bad. No poo for me. Thanks. No thanks. I'll take pee all day.
Okay, all right, there we
That's
go.
a tight race right there.
That was interesting. And then you said not all poo smells bad. That was an interesting side
It
on
was-
that argument to go with.
It was a red flag.
I'm not sure if I agree with
Yeah, that
but
one went. It lost me on that one too,
Yeah.
Coach.
I'm not so sure.
That was the damaging blow of Danny's campaign right
It
there.
was tough to come up with more.
Danny's just lost the election just on that one thing.
Yeah, that was tough. Suits, you agree? Do we got a point for Virginia? Okay. all
Point for
right, there you
Virginia.
go. Oh, very nice.
I'd like to thank Feces.
Yeah. All right.
Because without that.
Thankfully, you got your point in here. Couldn't walk away without that.
It was close, Denny's.
Yeah. We do have some misconnections. They're going to be coming up here. Thank you for the submissions. You see something very bizarre. There's been a lot of activity that's happening on next doors and all these kind of different things. And this is a misconnection here. This is an interesting ad that a young, horny grandma is putting out to some very young men.
How young is Grandma?
83.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the eye of the beholder.
Maybe we'll find out a little bit more in your misconnections coming up next.
More KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
I believe it's time for another round of misconnections here. Some interesting creepy posts where people are just looking for a little bit of love for the weekend, including this young, horny grandma that's looking for some very young men. Ow! Wow, hot, huh?
Uh-oh, it's been a while for somebody. He's getting cranked about Grandma.
Yeah.
Well, look, Grandma, I'm considered young for her.
Wow.
I'm a young dog for Grandma.
She says here,
I don't wear diapers, I wear G-strings. This grandma is ready to get laid and party. Yes, I'm a grandma, and yes, I'm very horny.
Oh, my.
When you think of grandmas, you usually think of them being all sweet and baking cookies. But not this grandma. The only cookies I make are the ones laced with weed. Yeah, this grandma's not into knitting. This grandma's into whips and chains.
Wow.
Spanking is a must here with this granny. That's right, I said spanking. This grandma likes some pain mixed in with my pleasures. Yes, I do have dentures, but that seems to be more of a plus when I take them out, if you know what I mean.
Hannah.
Boy.
I live in Loxahatchee, and I would love some of your attention. Who wants this grandma naked and high?
There are guys listening right now that are like, I would totally hit it.
It's part of the fetish community. Very, very old. Although she says she's young, I would like to know the actual age of this.
Kevin's voice interpretation made her sound 100.
She's 110.
I'm 37. I smoke a lot.
But you're right, though. There are people that would be so into that.
mm-hmm.
Well, I can be at your place anytime this weekend. Who wants to be like the wolf from Little Red Riding Hood and Eat this, Grandma.
Oh, my grandma.
All right, Grandma. All right.
Whoa,
All right.
Grandma.
All right.
She's a little squirrely, that
She
one.
sounds like a ton of fun, though.
All right. Come on. Back away from the computer, Grandma. Come on. You put up things that you shouldn't.
What if you found out, like, your mom or grandma had done that? I would be shocked.
I'd be shocked.
I'd be so shocked.
Very shocked.
We'd have something to talk about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
This is a female and a male couple that is looking for this guy, apparently, here. If you work in downtown Miami, this is a call out to you. They're looking for the painter who showed off his crotch tattoo. Okay.
Oh. I don't know if I want to see it.
I think you do know the answer. I know for sure you do not want to see it.
I don't.
It says here,
You were painting my building where I live in downtown Miami. My husband and I live on the 19th floor. I gave you a sexy show from my bedroom. You whipped out yours after I showed you mine. You had a tattoo of an iguana smoking a joint right by your crotch area. My husband came in and he joined the show. And we've noticed you before. We see you out there. You were once painting the lobby of our building. You were vaping the entire time, but you never broke eye contact with us. So the next time that you see us, just enter our apartment and take me. Take me, big boy. My husband has a very small package. But he won't do anything about it because he can't do anything about it. He's a weakling, not a man like you, and I need a strong man in my life.
Oh, these are some freaks.
We will be around all weekend. Oh, yes, the blinds will be open.
You need to really consider doing some audiobook work, Kevin.
yes, okay.
I mean,
Maybe I could do a sex line or something.
Because you don't have enough with your radio show.
Right.
I'm just saying, I mean, I was there mentally. I could see the couple. I could see the guy on the 19th floor painting.
Could you see the tattoo?
I could see the tattoo so vividly.
It came to life. Huh?
It did.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll look into that. This is a male seeking a male in our misconnections here today, and he wants to know, where did you put that stick of butter? Well, you better figure it out.
You better figure it out.
He says, I'm a freak and so are you. You did something to me that I'll never forget. I called you Butter Boy. Where did you put that stick of butter? You put it somewhere on and around my you-know-what. I loved being your little buttery love muffin. Extra big butter sticks bring on extra big smiles. You were drunk and just crazy enough to do unspeakable things with that butter. Tell me, Jerome, where did you put that stick of butter? That's how I'll know it's really you. This all went down in Lake Worth about a year ago. Will you butter my muffin one more time? Where are you, my big and strong butter boy?
Wow. Another excellent read.
Yes.
I was there. I think we all know where the butter went.
I think I do, but I don't want to jump to
Show
conclusions.
me on Suits.
Yeah.
All right, Suits, bend over.
Yeah.
If you've got the time, I'll get the butter.
Come here, butter boy.
Come here, butter boy. I need to get our Waking Bakers up and going here today. If you want to try to stump Dennys, he has got a superpower, and that is that he knows when you're high. He can just tell. So dial us up, 877-979-WRMF, if you would like to play along. Also want to remind you, this is your last day to win with the KVJ Workday grocery giveaway. $200 in free groceries is 18 minutes away. We're going to call out a name. You got 10 minutes to call us back to pick up $200 in free groceries. 2 and 5 p.m. are your other times that you can tune in for that here today. Also got some whacked out news that is just about 4 to 5 minutes away. And this is a crazy story about this con artist bank robber in Miami. Did you hear the story about this cat?
No, what is it?
It's going to be told, Virginia, coming up in the Whacked Out News. Kind of some crazy stuff on the way here. Saw this on Board Panda. It's a question about movies that could have been over right at the beginning if they just would have done the obvious.
There's a lot of movies like this.
Yeah. Like Home Alone. You know, they said, I mean, what really a dumb movie this is, because all little Kevin McAllister has to do is go tell a neighbor what's going on, and all the parents really have to do is just call the local police department. And
they really could
why
have
is
done
this so difficult?
all parties.
They didn't figure out Kevin wasn't with them till they were on the plane to Paris.
But still, though, there's no way no one can get a hold of the family once they land.
No, the phone lines were down. Remember?
I don't know.
I watched this movie a lot because Rocco just discovered it. But the phone lines were down. The neighbors were out of town. They were traveling for the holidays too.
Every neighbor in the neighborhood is gone. I mean,
a lot of them were. That's why the crooks were hitting so many houses on that street.
I just feel like all parties could have handled that better. I hear what you're saying, but they could have handled it better, Virginia.
The one is a good point on the Harry Potter trilogy. They made, I think, 7, 8 movies, something like that on this whole thing, countless books, whatever they did on that. And it all could have ended if this really evil and powerful wizard, Voldemort, would have just effectively killed a baby that was left alone in its crib. Like, you couldn't conjure up a shotgun?
Something.
I mean,
you're making it harder on yourself.
All you did was leave a scar on his head? What's going on here?
Virginia, she don't know about no Potter.
I mean, I'm not pro killing babies. I don't know. I'm trying to understand.
It's a good point. It's probably a good stance to take.
I'm sure people would have been mad if they would have killed a baby in Harry Potter.
I mean, I know, like, you don't know this baby.
But the movie would have been over early if they would have done that.
Mm-hmm. I said with Finding Nemo, hey, Nemo, don't just swim off the drop-off.
Come on, Nemo.
Yeah.
Stop being so dumb, Nemo.
If he would have just listened to his dad.
You're right.
There's no movie there, Virginia. Jurassic Park, hey, dummies, don't make dinosaurs and don't go to parks with dinosaurs.
Just don't go.
Yeah. Seems to be pretty strong. So there you go. You're right. If people were just smart, listened, and communicated, we really wouldn't have the need for any movies, would we? All right, let's see. We got a couple of challengers here that are going to go up against Dennys. Producer Dennys knows when you're high. We will see if that is true or not. We're going to start off here with Brittany in Port St. Lucie. Hello, Brittany.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today, Brittany?
I'm doing good.
Good. Okay. Brittany is enjoying a lovely Friday here, but is she enjoying it high? That is the question here for Dennys. He's got a couple questions he's got for you here, Brittany, to try to determine what you got for her, Dennys.
Brittany, first question. If you went to Willy Wonka's factory, how would you be eliminated?
Damn, that's good.
I don't know. I've honestly never watched Willy Wonka.
What?
Whoa.
Oh, my gosh. Please watch that this weekend and report back to us on Monday.
I will definitely do that.
Okay.
You sound pumped.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Can't wait.
I
You just made her weekend.
You sound so excited.
Yeah.
Second question for you, Brittany. How many penguins do you think could carry you? Like on a...
I love that.
They like lifted her up over their...
Yeah, they had you like crowd surfing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know, maybe like 20.
Even if they're empire penguins? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I just want to drop my penguin knowledge.
That's good. I was impressed.
How many penguins do you think it would take to carry you, Kev?
I don't know that they could get, because their bodies are so round, their arms are so small.
Kevin's not high. You can tell.
Penguins couldn't lift me up. It's impossible.
I disagree.
I disagree, too.
If the Penguins got together and formulated a plan and worked as a team, it would take 31 penguins to lift Kevin.
No.
Yeah, no, I hate to say it, but the witch is right on, and maybe not about the number,
You
but
couldn't get 31 around in a circle. They're too round.
I feel like if they got a plan together, anything is possible. A penguin plan.
Okay. All right.
Good. Look at the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Real quality conversation. Let's see. Final question for you here, Brittany. In a radio safe opinion of yours, what do you think's the sexiest word ever?
Oh, yeah. All right. Big D.
Food.
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 The real F word.
Okay.
I mean, with that last giggle, I think I'm gonna kind of lean high on her.
Brittany, are you high right now?
Yeah, since 5:30.
Since 5:30.
Nice.
I mean, that's a real wake and baker.
That is.
Committed to the craft.
Get it, girl.
Fantastic. All right, well, enjoy the rest of your day and that fun little movie marathon you got coming up.
Oh, yeah. Willy Wonka.
Yeah, you watch Willy Wonka.
All right, thanks, you guys.
Okay, thank you, Brittany. Okay, we go to Jessica here in Palm Springs. Producer Dennys knows when you're high. He's already 1 for 1. Let's see if he can figure out if Jessica's high or not. Hello, Jessica.
Morning, KVJ. How you guys doing?
Good.
Morning.
Okay, Dennys, what kind of questions you got for Jessica here?
Jessica, if you wanted to impress someone, how many muffins could you eat in one sitting?
Maybe like 5.
Okay.
That's
That's a fair number.
That's a lot of muffin.
That is a lot of
Depending on
muffin.
what kind of muffin, it actually
They
might.
get dry. Like after you eat a little bit, they're like dry in your mouth.
You're not eating the right kind of muffin, I don't think.
Yeah, you crusty ass muffins.
When you think muffin, does your mind go to mini muffins or big muffins?
Big.
Okay.
I want the kind that overflow on top of that paper cup.
And I know people hate this word, but I want a real moist muffin.
They have to be.
Oh,
They have
yeah,
to be.
you do.
With a sugar top.
Oh, I mean, so much sugar to the point I blow my top.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Are we still talking about muffins?
I don't think so. That's why we got to move along.
Next question, Dennys.
Second question. In your creepiest voice, what could you say to a complete stranger to absolutely weird them out?
Giving a lot of thought.
Or she's doing a mime.
Yeah, which would be extraordinarily creepy.
Uh-huh.
We don't have to have an answer for this one.
Butter my muffin.
What?
But I don't know.
Butter
She's-
my muffin?
Butter my muffin.
Oh, that would definitely creep someone.
If a dude just walked up to you in public and go, "Hey, butter my muffin,"
He's like, butter.
I think that's actually a turn on.
for some
We
of us.
just heard about the
I'm
butter
going to
boy.
tell a clerk. I'm going to say something.
You report that.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, there's a dude back there.
You're right. Butter boy might be listening. That's the muffin you want to butter.
Absolutely. That's a turn on there. Okay, one more for Jessica.
Final one. If someone became your apprentice, what would be the skill you would pass on to them?
I would pass on my skill of making drinks.
Oh, that's a good one.
Bartender.
You make a good Cosmo, don't you?
No, I don't drink Cosmos.
Never
I
mind.
make like
Come on, Bird.
That's like 15 years ago, Bird. Nobody
Sex
drinks
and
Cosmos.
Nobody watches
Really?
Sex and the City anymore.
Cosmo's not-
Stop watching Sex and the City reruns. You need to get current.
But I love the show, Virginia.
And you're a guy.
Okay, Dennys, you got a reading here on Jessica, high or not?
I'm not really getting a high vibe. I think I just kind of weirded her out with my questions a little bit. I think I threw some tough questions at her.
Jessica, you high?
I'm not high.
Dennys!
Wow.
Look at that.
Muffins on my mind for some reason.
Yeah,
Your
well,
muffins stick with people.
Muffins on
we
my
actually
mind.
talked a lot about
Muffins on
muffins
my
today. That's the weird thing. Okay, thank you. Have a great weekend there, Jessica. And one more challenger for Dennys here. He's 2 for 2. Can he go perfect 3 for 3? Matthew is on here to try from West Palm Beach. Hello, Matthew.
Hi.
Is that your answer?
I think he's
or
high.
is that a greeting?
Greeting.
Greeting. Okay.
I don't know if he's high or not.
Yeah, you mean to throw me off.
Hi.
Hi.
Dennys, what's your questions here for Matthew?
Matthew, what's your favorite U.S. state shape?
Louisiana.
Oh,
Louisiana.
me too.
Someone's buttering up your muffin.
I'm from
Very
the boot.
shapely.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
shapely. Okay.
Florida's got a nice shape.
It looks like a dong.
Yeah, hanging
Okay.
low. Let's see here. Matthew, if you were bobbing for pickles, how many do you think you could get in 1 minute?
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh.
We should do that.
It's got to be in vinegar, though.
Pickles are very healthy, by the way.
They are.
5.
5.
All right.
5. All right, it's solid. I mean, you're not going to impress the chicks with that.
I think you got to go double digits to really impress the chicks.
Yes.
Thank you. You
10.
know,
Yeah.
this man knows how to impress the chicks.
I think you'd impress Butterboy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Butterboy, if you're listening, I can bob real good.
We should do a video bobbing for pickles. That would be fun.
Okay.
Let's
like
set
it.
it up. You bring the pickles, I'll bring my mouth.
I'll bring Bob.
Let's see. Final one from Matthew. Out of all the superheroes out there, which one do you think would be the coolest to smoke with?
The Hulk.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I feel like he might get all
I don't,
paranoid.
would he
and
stay the Hulk? Because I think he would calm down, right?
Oh,
Isn't that
yeah.
his
He'd
whole
be Bruce
thing?
Banner.
Not if he gets paranoid, then he thinks everyone's after him, he gets all pissy.
Yeah.
Or you kick the bong over
Who's
and
the
he
one-
freaks out?
Who's the one that swears? Bloodpool?
Oh.
Deadpool?
Deadpool.
Bloodpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
He'd probably be the coolest, right?
Yeah.
All right, Denny's, what do you think about Matthew here?
Right from the beginning, I felt like he was high. I felt like he was high.
Matthew, are you high?
Yeah.
He sounds so down.
We got to switch up your brand.
He might have that fire, though.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you
Slang
for
for
playing
the
along,
stoners.
Matthew. Enjoy your buzz.
Thank you. It was fun.
Okay, boy. He sounds like he's really high. I mean, he's not
High and
just high.
He sounds like he's high and sad.
Yeah, I know.
Aw.
Well, yeah, he's got Bob for pickles or do something fun, apparently. Hey, we got a chance here to pick up $200 in free groceries just about 6 minutes from now.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Yeah, good. So many people on meth. Ow!
Crazy little story here. Con man, bank robber, I guess that's what he is. 41-year-old Aaron Honaker, a supposed Miami attorney, was just called a serial bank robber by the FBI.
Serial? So he's done it a bunch.
Yeah, they believe he's robbed 5 banks in Coral Gables and Aventura since September 30th.
Wow.
He reportedly walked into the banks, demanded money from the tellers, never flashed a weapon. And they actually took him into custody. The FBI did on Tuesday night as he was walking into a bank.
Wow. He was going to do it again.
Apparently so.
He got too greedy, man. I mean, you can't. Since September, he had that many hits.
I know, that's a lot, right?
That's a lot.
Well, it's in a small area. I think 4 were Coral Gables and 1 Aventura. I mean, that's not that spread out. And, you know, Coral Gables, not really that big of a town.
I can't believe I know more about bank robbing than him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, you don't hit the same neighborhood 5 times in a month.
And
Cut it out, dog.
none of those times where he had weapons?
Didn't say he never flashed a weapon in those instances.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It gets a little crazier, too, because his LinkedIn and Florida bar profiles say he's with a Miami firm. But when they asked the Miami law firm, they said that this dude just stopped showing up 2 years ago and never came back in.
Wow.
We don't know what happened to him. His former law firm believed that he had graduated from Duke School of Law, which is a very prestigious place. But when they contacted Duke, they're like, you never heard of the guy.
Oh, he was a con man.
All the way through and through, apparently. So,
Huh.
no idea. That's a crazy story. Like something out of a movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
A 21-year-old woman in Boynton Beach shot a man in a Publix parking lot after he gave her counterfeit cash during a drug deal they set up through Snapchat.
So he's the only person on the planet that probably would say where shopping is not a pleasure.
Not a pleasure there.
I'm kind of on her side, though.
She was going to sell him some marijuana, but she's like going, your money fake.
You can't do a fake deal with the drugs.
Yeah, if you produce fake money and then bad things happen after that, it's kind of on you.
It's the same way how it is if you buy, fake cocaine or fake meth, you'll get killed for that stuff.
Yeah, well, he tried to drive away after she called him out on it, and she fired several shots at his car. He crashed into a concrete barrier and was taken to a local hospital for minor injuries.
She was not playing.
No, she wasn't, but she got arrested.
He don't know the rules of the street.
Apparently not. He knows them now.
It's a crazy story. You know, those police chases they have in California are always kind of crazy. Well, here's a criminal that actually stopped for gas in the middle of his and then took off driving again for a whole other hour.
How did they let him do that?
I guess he had enough space that he's like, I'm going to pull over and get some gas.
Going to get out and act very strange, maybe even getting gas. Ran into the store once again, went to the pumps. Here he is, back out. A very quick stop, and there he is, pumping the gas. I've always thought about, is there ever a pursuit that they refuel and then keep going? This is it. There he goes, back out. It's a quick pit stop for sure.
I mean, wow.
That's audio from the helicopter watching the whole thing.
Fascinating.
That's some crazy stuff.
They couldn't get him when he was stopping to get gas?
Apparently did it fast enough. That guy needs to join NASCAR. He's got a good pit crew. And all he was doing was shoplifting. And you went through all that.
Dude.
Yeah. There's a couple in Oklahoma that met on a dating app earlier this week and then went on a date, which turned into a high-speed police chase.
Oh, no.
Turns out the guy had a warrant and he got arrested on several charges. The cops did let his date go.
That's exactly what happened to me. That one date, it was a first date, and the girl had a warrant out for her arrest. She was driving, made this really crazy, erratic turn, and she got pulled over by the cops, and I would walk my ass home.
Yeah, that's why when I read that story, I remembered your story, and I was just kind of curious today. How many other first dates have ended with somebody in handcuffs? Does anybody else have a story like this, or is it just Bird in this story in the Whacked Out News?
It was a bizarre night, to say the least.
If you got one, let us know.
Did you get a second date?
No.
Yeah, I doubt they usually don't happen for a second date. If you got a story, let us know. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Cops in New Jersey busted some drunk guys who were trying to fire bowling balls out of a cannon. They heard some explosives going off. Cops were called, and they also found a lot of weed at the scene. Go figure. So, redneck fun there. This is more redneck fun, too. How about mulletchamp.com, a website that's holding their first annual Best Kids Mullet in America contest. And apparently they already got narrowed down to the top 10. And one of the finalists is a 14-year-old in, go figure, Alabama, named Ethan Boldaz.
Don't you feel like the mullet is the strongest in Alabama?
It's strong there, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about states that rock a mullet hard, Alabama
Kentucky,
is in,
Tennessee.
Yeah, well, they got the Kentucky waterfall.
Yes.
West Virginia, definitely. I know, it's very strong on the mullet.
It stands for having a good time and just being fun to be around.
People were so happy because they got away from just the daily grind of hearing about all the negative stuff and all the doom and gloom. I think older generations are kind of laughing that the mullet's back. Younger generations, especially like the high school kids through like the 20-somethings, they're just eating it up.
Okay.
If the child's got a mullet and they're being serious, it's not the kid's fault. It's the parents' fault. The kid doesn't know.
You're right. The kid doesn't know. But we're bored and we don't care what our hair looks like, so people are going with the mullet these days.
97.9 WRMF. It's the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway.
And right now, we are looking for Roberta Serrata of Palm Beach Gardens. All right, you've got 10 minutes. You got to call us back. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763 to claim your $200 in free groceries. Again, we're looking for Roberta Serrata of Palm Beach Gardens. 10 minutes to call to win with the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway, sponsored by Scott Smith Injury Law.
Good luck from 97.9 WRMF. 97.9 WRMF and another KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway winner.
This is our final shot at this and your final day to win $200 worth of free groceries. You put the call out for Robert Serrata of Palm Beach Gardens, and he is on with us right now. Robert, what's up, bud?
Nothing. Feeling good right now.
Oh, I bet $200 are in your pocket. You get to go do some grocery shopping on us.
Oh, yeah. Gonna stock the freezer.
Okay.
Good for you.
I like it. Sounds like you got a strategy. Do you know what you're going to be going for with this $200?
Whatever looks good.
Yeah,
Go to the
I
frozen
like that.
food area. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good deals going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
some good deals in frozen pizza right now.
There you go. Listen to Bird. He knows his frozen pizza. Well, Robert, you enjoy that, and a great way to start off your weekend.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. You got a couple more chances to win, just like Robert. 2 and 5 p.m. today, and that's going to wrap up the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway.
It's coming to an end.
It's over.
Yeah, it's going to be over, unfortunately. Well, I put out the call after we had a story in the Whacked Out News, and Jaybird had a story himself about when your first date ends in handcuffs. A couple other people have had the exact same thing.
And not the good ones.
No, not the kinky kind. No, we're talking about cop handcuffs. Some interesting stories. Virginia is doing the TikTok dance for Savage Love. Miramar's very own Jason Derulo there, who's now in L.A., is a huge musical artist. That was the #1 song there for him. And
he's a big TikTok artist, too.
Yeah, he's doing great.
He's killing it.
Yep. So very happy to see his success. He's a good dude. All right, we got a couple of different stories here when first dates ended in handcuffs.
We got more than one?
We did. We got a few. Jaybird has one. There was one that had happened in the Whacked Out News today. Zach from Green Acres said, yeah, I once went on a first date where I was put in handcuffs. We were coming back from the beach, and we were going to FAU at the time. It was about 2 a.m., and my car had caught a box, so I pulled over to the side of the road. A couple minutes later, a cop shows up that turns on his lights, followed by 4 other police officers who decided to do a federal stop on us, so they had their weapons drawn.
Oh, my gosh.
Apparently, somebody fitting my car's description had just robbed a house and was driving a similar car to mine.
Oh, no.
I wonder, did it work out with the date?
There was no second date. After about 15 minutes, though, the officers did explain and then apologize and then finally let us go, but that was it. So I don't know if it was because he was in handcuffs that there wasn't a second date or something else. But
all because you ran over a box.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Mm-hmm. Somebody else said, yeah, a girl I work with asked me to go to her school's prom with her friends. All I knew was the tux, the limo, and the ticket were taken care of. Well, she ended up getting caught with some pain pills and blow. So I went to a prom that wasn't mine with a group of kids I barely knew.
Oh, man, this chick was hard edge, man.
Yeah. Waste of coke, really. We all left the dance super early and partied anyway. So, okay. All right. So that was another one that ended in handcuffs.
Well, first dates are awkward anyway. And then when you throw all this extra crap in there.
Yes. A lot going on there. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, Jaybird is like our Judge Judy when it comes to delivery drama. Somebody wants to know because apparently there's a disagreement on how a delivery mishap was handled. We'll get Jaybird's thoughts on it for you coming up next.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Got a little delivery drama here, and I'd love our very own Judge Judy to rule on this, on how it was handled.
Let's bring it on.
Judge Foodie.
Oh, I mean, you can't write it better than that. Judge Foodie's amazing.
This email said, I had some friends over to my apartment and we had ordered some pizza yesterday. The total came to $23. So I gave the delivery driver $35, which meant that he got a $12 tip, which is almost 50% of the cost of the order. When I gave the driver the tip, he gave me this disappointed look. And he said, you know, man, after I pay for gas, I'm only walking away with $3. So then he gives me this whole story about how hard it is to be a minimum wage driver. And I said, well, I get it. I mean, I'm a college student who just lost their $10 an hour job, so I understand the struggle. But he didn't let it go, and he continued on for several more minutes about why he deserved a bigger tip. Knowing I had hungry people inside waiting for their pizza, I told the delivery driver to just give me the $12 and I would go get a different amount from the crew inside. He responded by saying, see, I knew you'd come around. So I took the money, I just shut the door in his face, and he yelled, WTF? And I yelled back through the door, yeah, you know what? That's your a-hole tax, buddy. Now F off. The delivery guy kept screaming for several minutes, but then he eventually left. Obviously, my friends heard a lot of the exchange, and half of them thought that I had done the right thing, that he was way out of line, but the other half thought that I was kind of being a jerk. So which side is actually right?
So you both are wrong. You were wrong on how you handled it with the closing the door and calling him the a-hole and all that. That's where you're wrong. He doesn't have the right temperament for the trade. You don't take it personal, and it sounded like you gave him more than a $3 tip. It sounded like you gave
him a lot.
Gave him a lot.
Yeah,
so
it is. To break it down again real quick, the math. It was a $12 tip. He's saying that after he paid for gas, he would only be pocketing $3. But it's like, okay, well, wait, you're paying $9 in gas to get from where I ordered the food to my door?
That's ridiculous.
The delivery driver is way out of line. Way out of line. And I mean, I get why you reacted that way. But I wouldn't have called him an a-hole, but you know that's your
No, you got to give him a dose of reality, and you got to say, dude, I just gave you $12
on a $23 bill.
On a $23 tab. That's a great tip. If you want more, I'm sorry, you're at the wrong house, and then you close the door and you go about your business.
Yeah, that's the way I would have handled it. Be like, dude, I gave you $12. That's you know, it's 50%. I'm sorry that you know you're on rough times. Good luck. Close the door, and that's it. I mean, there's no need to be rude.
Yeah.
You can be if you want. I mean, do you?
$12 is a lot.
It is. Just remember, it's not a good idea to piss off people who know where you live. That's all I'm saying.
True. Do you agree with this? Somebody just texted in here, Judge Foodie, and they said, I will normally take $1 off for every 5 minutes past the estimated time. Is that being jerky to a delivery driver?
Say that again?
I normally take $1 off for every 5 minutes past the estimated time. If they say I'll be there in 20 minutes and they're there in 25, they lose $1 from the tip.
I mean, you got to be cool on some of this stuff because a lot of it, they can't help some of the, if the restaurant's taking a long time to make the pizza or the food, it's not the delivery driver's fault.
And you're never going to know whose fault it is, so always err on the side of kindness.
And just keep in mind, too, when you go into the delivery world, no, it's littered with mistakes. So many things can go wrong.
Because so many people don't care.
Some people don't care. Sometimes it's not their fault. Sometimes it is their fault. So just know you're playing with fire, baby. Sometimes it's an amazing experience.
But if you just tip them what you think is fair, you know, 15, 20%, like you can walk away going, I did my best.
But yeah, the delivery driver on the first scenario is a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be a lot more, people are passionate and angry with the driver than they are with the guy who stiffed them.
The guy
Not say it was right, but
the guy nitpicking with the 5 minutes. I mean, the hashtag be cool.
Yeah, people aren't feeling that either. Some of the texts I'm getting. They go, what are you
Because you don't know why it's late, and that's the thing. You're punishing him for something that you don't know that was his fault.
Yeah, I feel like the second one,
the comment that came in,
they're being jerky.
Yeah, somebody texted and said that person's just looking for a reason to be cheap. Maybe. There's this girl named Katie Poole who lives in Toronto that likes to modify her burgers when she does delivery. And she was really hungover last weekend when she ordered some McDonald's delivery. So in her poor condition, Katie's moderations included no bun, no mustard, onions, pickles, or patty.
What?
Well, here's the thing that I don't understand. How are you modifying that on their food app? Because McDonald's, I don't think you can modify their food on the.
It's Canada, man. They do everything better.
Oh, it's Canada. Damn you, Canada. What's all that about?
Yeah. So McDonald's wound up just delivering her a container with just 2 packets of ketchup because she pretty much took everything off the burger. She did pay full price. I guess she was cool of what the burger would have cost.
Gosh, what do they put in McDonald's ketchup? It's the best ketchup I've ever had in my life.
Sugar.
Oh,
They put a ton of sugar, and you love sugar.
It's so good. That's the best ketchup of all time.
Is it the best food to order delivery if you're hungover? You're at home. You're like, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to get out of bed, but I want some food. What is it you order?
The best food, for me, cheeseburgers and wings.
Okay. Big old fat, greasy burger.
Yes.
Grilled cheese, I love. Tots. But keep in mind, tots and french fries do not travel well in delivery. And honestly, grilled cheese doesn't travel that well either. But that is my hangover to go. I love that.
Even though it doesn't come out well, that's what you get?
I still get. I just want the carbs and the crispiness of the I almost swore the tots.
Nothing delivers like the 2 tops, which is pizza and Chinese food.
Pizza's my favorite.
But is that what you're going to get if it's Saturday morning and you're extremely hungover?
Not me. I wouldn't get pizza.
Well, that's why I want to open up a morning pizza place for people like myself who want pizza at a very early hour. We don't have that. You can't get a pizza at 7 a.m. You have to eat old-ass pizza if you want that.
Nobody wants that. What is your order going to be the day after? Lots of people are saying, yeah, I am down with big old juicy burger. That's one of the top answers we got. Philly grill wings, cheese fries or the Philly cheese steak?
Here's the thing that's cool about the whole burger thing. There are some restaurants that will make burgers at 8 o'clock in the morning. You have to look on your food apps. Not all restaurants will do that, but you can't find that with pizza. You never can get pizza in the morning. Really kind of want to open up a morning pizza place.
Pizza girls were doing it for a while. They were doing a brunch pizza thing on Sundays.
But what time did it start?
It started pretty early.
I want to be able to wake up at 4:30 a and get a pizza. You see what I'm saying?
I just don't know if the demand's going to be that high.
You think that because we don't know about it. If that becomes a regular thing, we may have pizza in the morning.
Maybe. Nothing is better. I was just thinking about all the Chinese food I get when I'm hungover.
Okay.
Steamed dumplings.
Okay. All right.
There's no way your fancy ass likes this. I don't even know why I'm going to ask you. But do you like Chinese food from the food court? From the mall?
I'm not totally opposed to it.
Oh, it's so good.
Are we talking about the Panda?
I love Panda Express, the one in the Gardens Mall. I love that's Denny's favorite place. That's where we take him for his birthday.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, Chinese food from the food court's fine.
Fine. There's a tube there.
Somebody had said, you can get Bagel Boys in Jupiter through Uber Eats. Great hangover food. They even have a sandwich called the Hangover Helper.
Oh, I bet it's like a bagel sandwich with cheese and egg and meat.
Another good,
I love it.
A good hangover food too is you can get some good French toast or pancakes. The chocolate chip pancakes with the whipped cream and the smiley face.
Aw,
so good.
We got Russo on here. He wants to let you know about great hangover order. What you go with, Russo?
Hey, what's up, KVJ? Rocking on, baby.
Yeah, Russo.
Everything's good. Hey, everybody forgets about Jersey Mike's. They got a great Philly sandwich, I tell you. And the Chinese food is really good, too.
Russo, I could not agree with you more. They have the best steak and cheese over there. It's really, really, really good. And you can get the giant size where, I feel like it's an adult size. Finally, a sandwich that's big enough.
Man-wich?
A man-wich. Russo, that's a great call.
A man-wich.
Yeah.
Right, not for you.
Russo.
Love that guy.
That's how you kick off a weekend with Russo.
A Russo call.
Jeff here sent an email and he said, when you work in the medical field and start work at 5:30 a.m., lunch is around 10 to 11 a.m., and there is such a limited list of places you can order from. So, yeah, Jaybird's idea would be a big hit with us, at least.
Thank you.
Breakfast pizza.
You can get whatever you want, Virginia. You want double pepperoni? We will make that.
Somebody had said Whole Foods has egg bacon pizza.
Ooh.
You can check out.
That's why I love Publix, because they open up at 7 a.m. And I'm usually up by 3:30 a.m. on a Saturday.
That sounds awful.
You go right to the deli and they'll make you a sandwich at 7 a.m. Which a
Okay.
lot of places don't do that.
Somebody said the best hangover on earth is a greasy pulled pork sandwich, steak fries, and a fountain Coke.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh my gosh, what I wouldn't do for a fountain Coke right now.
Is the pork wet?
You know it's a way.
Yeah.
Not with barbecue sauce, but I mean wet with a jus. I like a jus.
And somebody said Fort Lauderdale Beach has a 24-hour pizza place.
Oh, Fort Lickadale doing it right.
That's kind of what they need, right? All right, well, if you got anything else to drop in on us before you go and tie one on this weekend, you want to make sure you got your delivery order all ready to go, 877-979-WRMF. You can hit us up.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Got a text that came in here and said, hey, I know you guys are going to be ready for the After the Show podcast coming up in about 15 minutes. But yesterday, you guys had addressed something with Jaybird that I just checked out KVJ TV, and I noticed that nothing has changed. They asked, why didn't Jaybird fix the blinds behind him? I thought he was supposed to do that yesterday.
Because I want to see the world burn.
Yeah, the blinds are all crooked, and it apparently is triggering the OCD.
I get it.
It's on the list. I'll get to it. It's on that list somewhere.
The list that ain't going to happen. This is kind of an interesting thing to have anxiety about. I saw that more than half of women say that they feel anxiety when they shop for new clothes.
I get that when I shop for cereal.
Definitely.
Really? Explain this to me because I was confused. I'm like, why do you feel anxiety when you're shopping for new clothes?
Because you don't know if they're going to fit right, and you don't want to go in the dressing room and the lights are so bright, and then you really do see every divot in there. It does give you a little anxiety because you grab stuff that you hope you're going to fit in, and you stress a little bit because once you get in there, if you don't fit in it, it's very upsetting.
Do you still want to shop for your clothes in a store, or are you one of those people that likes to order everything online?
I still want to try stuff on and go in a store or a boutique. I like a boutique.
Okay.
Yeah, when I order stuff online, sometimes I think I'm getting this sweet-ass Bigfoot shirt, and then I put it on, I'm like, damn, it's a tube top.
Yeah, I ordered a couple of things off of Instagram because they looked so cute on the girl in the picture, and the crap showed up. First of all, it took 2 months because it came from China, and I didn't know that it was going to take 2 months.
Yeah.
And then it showed up, and it was polyester, poorly sewn, and it was just awful. It looked nothing like what the girl in the picture had on, so I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that again.
The worst is when you order from the same company on the internet and they completely change up how they make their shirts or their clothing. You're like, this is a different material. What is this bunk looking stuff?
It's not fair. You got to try stuff on. If you really want to get something that you know is going to be the right quality for you and fit you right, I mean, clothes shopping on the internet, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, but it can be rewarding. It's a gamble. It's a big-time gamble.
It can. It totally can. And if you get a great deal, well, then, maybe you can regift if it doesn't fit.
Does it gross you out to buy used clothes from eBay? If it's a cool shirt, that gross you out?
A little bit.
You don't know what they did.
But if it was designer, I could power through it.
If it was designer and you got it had some stains on it, but you washed it and the stains come out, you cool with that?
Yeah, as soon as I wash something, we're all golden. Most of Rocco's clothes are consignment. Like, I go to a kid's consignment store that has very high-end stuff. So Rocco looks like I dropped $80 on his outfit.
That's
you need
smart,
to know
yeah.
I dropped $7.
Do you know, do they wash the clothes from Goodwill? Because
You're supposed to give them to Goodwill clean, but that would require all people to #be cool.
There's no way. There's no way. I bought stuff from them, and I'm like, this smells like death. There's no way they washed this.
Somebody probably died in it, and nobody probably washed it.
I'm not being cute when I say this smells like death. I really mean somebody died in that jacket.
There's souls in the pocket.
Yes.
But, I mean, you go there, you know what you're getting at Goodwill.
You know you may, you may buy a death jacket.
There's no mystique of glamour.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting.
And I like how they call it goodwill because there's really no goodwill in it.
Well, the goodwill is you're putting people to work that maybe wouldn't be employed otherwise. So that's the goodwill part of it.
I walked out of there with 7 nice blazers for about $23. So what? A few people died in them. It was a great bargain.
Only 4 of them reeked of death.
Only 3 of them had bullet holes.
But you couldn't notice it, Kev. It was behind the pocket.
One of them had a poo stain.
Yeah, that's what happens when you die, Virginia.
And you hope
you soil yourself.
You hope it's poop. That's one of the good ones.
That's a fun game. It's a terrible game, actually.
You hope it's poop.
Let's play the game. I hope it's poop. How terrible is that? Yeah, you never know. Marion had sent us this email. Said, I'd like to call it the person who pulled my online order together. I bought earrings, and this is what came and said. It says, Miami Athletics. I love that. I guess it's some Canes gear, but it looks like it's the knockoff kind of Canes gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's probably
She
not.
was supposed to get earrings, and that showed up?
That's what she got, yeah. Got a Canes sweater.
Not right.
Or shirt, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, there's just nothing that compares to good old-fashioned going in and trying it on.
Yeah, but that was just odd when I had read that women, more than half, say they feel anxiety when they shop for new clothes, and 13% said they've even cried in a dressing room.
Definitely. I've had to sit down and have a moment. And then, too, you get stressed because there's always another girl in the dressing room, and she's a skinny little bitch, and she's trying stuff on, and everything's fitting her great.
Yeah.
She's having the best of days.
Yeah.
And so you're like, I don't want her to see me, and then I'm crying.
Yeah, I mean.
Wow. I didn't know it's so emotional going shopping for the ladies.
There's a lot there.
Wow. Okay. Well, Jaybird is going to come back here with a little thought for the day in just a matter of moments. We still got more KVJ on the way. It's called the After the Show podcast. It's going to be live on Facebook, YouTube. It'll be coming up here in just a bit. You can see it. And it's also always on demand on our 97.9 WRMF app, absolutely free. And don't forget, it was really cool to give Robert Serrata of Palm Beach Gardens $200 today. He was our final KVJ winner for the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway. But you got 2 more chances to win today at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. And then I'm really excited. I think I can talk about this. You know, I just did a Facebook Live about it, so I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah.
What happens on Monday? It's the WRMF $5,000 Workday payday. We're really up in the cash flow starting on Monday. You want to listen up between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. We'll tell you when to call. If you're call number 9, you get $100 and you qualify for $5,000 that we'll give away that Friday. And then it'll reset the next week another $5,000. The next week another $5,000. So,
I love it.
I like that we're giving out money. That's nice.
It is why we know people need it.
Yes.
So we're stepping up to do that. And all of our winners are going to be local, living right here in South Florida. Listen to 97.9 WRMF on the radio. It's going to be happening all day long. So that is going to be starting on Monday. So we've got a big week for you next week. So hopefully you'll join us then. Jaybird, if you wrap it all up with your thought for the day today, my friend.
You only have so much emotional energy each day. Don't fight battles that don't matter.
That's true. Yeah.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.